Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Honorable Steve King.
Oh, thank you all for coming to this city to stand up for our religious freedom. I look around here and, every day walking in to go to work, I look up at the dome and I say a little prayer and I ask God for a measure of His wisdom, if He'd just loan it to me for this day so that I can go forth and glorify Him. And I'm happy to give it back at the night and say another prayer for tomorrow for another opportunity to do what we're all doing here today, defending our religious freedom. 236 years ago, our founding fathers put this nation together and laid out the Declaration of Independence and founded this nation upon religious liberty. No nation has ever been founded upon that principle before or since in that fashion. And I look at the founding fathers and I would argue that the Declaration of Independence, and to probably a little bit lesser degree, the Constitution of the United States, were created with not divine inspiration, that's the highest standard for the Bible, but divine guidance. And so I assert to you that the hand of God moved the founding fathers around like men on a chessboard to build this country. And they put, with that divine guidance, the hand of Thomas Jefferson on the Declaration, and it says, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And I would argue that those aren't just a random grab bag of words put in place. Life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. They aren't even put there with just that they're the best three words that could possibly be in that phrase in the Declaration. They are prioritized rights. Now think about pursuit of happiness, what that means. There's a Greek term for it that's spelled and pronounced phonetically eudaimonia. And others know how to pronounce that in a more Greek way. But after they had the big fight in Greece yesterday, I don't know if I want to be going that direction. They debate in a different way over there now, and that's not coming here, I hope. But that Greek word that's spelled E-U-D-A-M-O-N-I-A, pursuit of happiness, really meant to our founding fathers the pursuit of spiritual development, the whole being, the intellectual being, the faith being, taking the natural gift that God gives you when you're born with and developing it out so you have the fullest understanding of the gifts that come from God, from the gifts of faith and the support that comes out of the intellect that He gives each of us. That is the pursuit of happiness. It wasn't a tailgate party. But the people over on the left think that pursuit of happiness is a tailgate party. And as Trent Frank said, there are no moral absolutes with the people on the other side, except they absolutely want to attack any value that we believe in. Now I remember when Nancy Pelosi became Speaker and we had to bring an amendment to put the Mexico City language back in that prevented your tax dollars from funding abortions in foreign lands. We won the debate, as Chris Smith said. We lost the vote. And the people on the other side were jumping up and down, high-fiving each other, hugging each other in joy that they had compelled you to fund abortions in foreign lands. And I looked over there and I thought, they didn't win the conference championship. That's what they were acting like, but they were celebrating that they had defeated us. And why? Not because so much that they were funding abortions in foreign lands. They had identified a value that we hold dear and attacked it for that reason alone. Remember, you stand as their conscience. They know you stand with American history. You stand with the Declaration. You stand not just with pursuit of happiness in the original understanding, life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. In your pursuit of happiness, you can't trample on someone else's God-given liberty. Any more than in your pursuit of your liberty, you can't trample on someone else's life. And I'm looking at a poster here. It says, abortion is not health care. We have a president now, 236 years later, who has argued from the floor of the Illinois State Senate that a woman who goes to have an abortion, if the baby survives the abortion, has a right to a dead baby. That was President Obama's argument as a state senator in Illinois. That was one of the times he didn't put up a vote of present. And not that much later, a few years, I've got the date right. It was August 9th of 2008 at the Saddleback Church when Reverend Warren asked him, "When did your life begin?" His answer was, "That's above my pay grade." Now, if not knowing when your own life begins is above your pay grade when you're running for President of the United States, he must have gotten a significant raise, because about 24 hours after he was sworn into the presidency, he issued an executive order that accelerated abortions in America. And now, fast forward to today. One of the president's favorite words is audacity. He had the audacity to direct his Secretary of Health and Human Services, Kathleen Sebelius, to write a rule that directed all of us to fund contraceptives, abortifacients, and sterilizations. All of that unfolded under the president's watch, directed by the president, and it was a direct assault on the church itself and all faithful people in America. And now he's done one more thing that goes beyond the pale of anybody that I've seen, and that is when he got the pushback from all of us, he held a press conference at noon on a Friday, and he said, "Well, now I'm going to make an accommodation to the faith people in America, and I'm going to direct the insurance companies to provide contraceptives, abortifacients, and sterilizations for free." He said it twice, for free. Didn't change the rule. The President of the United States took another step. He thinks that he can legislate by press conference. Well, we're going to legislate by election.